You are watching Channel Adrian TV.
Yo, YouTube, what up? Welcome back to Channel Adrian TV, and y'all know me as Adrian. But before we get into today's video, y'all know what y'all need to do. Subscribe to the channel, like and comment on all the videos. Also follow me on Rumble, because you do know Rumble doesn't cancel people as fast as YouTube, so I post over there. And also follow my other YouTube channels, the Room 1031 channel and the Room 1031 Clips channel. And if you see anything you want me to react to, please do not hesitate to reach out to me on one of my social media platforms, or just leave it in the comment section. And if it's a great comment or a great video suggestion, I will definitely do a video on it. Now, for today's video, I have a reaction video about men have been reduced to wallets. Now, I know some people view this as a bad thing, which it can be, but I think it tends to go with our biology. In other words, you know how the old saying goes, women are looked as beauty objects, men are looked as success objects. So I got a few videos that I'm going to play, and we're going to react to it, and I'll give you my thoughts.
We talk oftentimes about this I don't need a man philosophy. I don't need a man. I don't need a man. That's been indoctrinated into young women. The reason for that is that in many cases, men have been reduced to a wallet. So women are having these conversations about men, and they're saying, well, I have a job. I have financial stability, so I don't need a man for that. And what they're forgetting about is all of the other things that guys bring to the table. They're forgetting about, that shoulder to cry on. They're forgetting about that sense of union when times get tough. They're forgetting about someone, starts breaking into your home and you don't want to handle that situation. You want your protector guy to handle that situation. Let's be honest. They're forgetting about, well, I'm going to want kids, and I'm going to want my kid to have a father, a real father. And remember, women and men bring different things to the table. Dads and moms bring different things to the table. So a mom can't be a dad. A dad can't be a mom. It is different.
And I agree with what she's saying, because since some women do think, okay, well, I have the financial stability, why don't I don't need a man. So she's correct in that point, because now more than ever, women are making more money, and I have no problem against that. I think women should get their education and should, make their own money. But since men are reduced to wallets, what she's saying is women forget about the protection part, because most men are looked to protect and provide. But if she could provide for her own, what about the protection? And then she went into details. Now, I know some people may say a woman could get a gun and all those other things, which is right, but a little bit more exceptions to the rule. But she talks about it from the opposite side of the protection men can provide. Now, you may be saying, well, Adrian, what does that have to do with the biology part? I found a clip of this is how innately women do this, because they're talking about younger people dating, older people dating younger people. So I have a clip I'm about to play. A woman is going to question why an older woman would date a younger man, but hear her reason why. So let's play the clip, and I will give you my thoughts on that.
Economy is so bad that you have Leonardo DiCaprio dating 27-year-olds.
Inflation is crazy.
I ask the women who go for younger men, so it's wrong for, let's say it's wrong for men in their 30s to go for 18-year-olds. I understand why they would, like the submissive, being cooperative and like less bodies, but why would an older woman in their 30s go for a guy who is 20? Like, what benefits? What benefits do you get from going from a man that's 10 years younger?
Just the stamina, that's it.
Do you not want the girls that actually go for younger men? Do you not want a man that can provide and be a proper leader? I know there are some younger guys, but generally speaking, men under 30, they can't really give you what you want. So I just want to know why.
But I would say they love you way harder if they're younger, because you're more likely to be one of their first loves. Do you know what I mean? I think as they get older, the love gets a little bit more I've done this 1,000 times.
Well, it's kind of, it's kind of a mating strategy in a way, because it's men have less sexual capital when they're younger, and then women have less sexual capital when they're older. So they kind of
hit off each other.
Yeah.
And don't forget also.
Did you hear that? If you listen closely, said, I don't get why a older woman would date a younger man. What's the benefits? Now, before I get into that, if you notice, the man in the back says stamina. In other words, for sex, that's true. In my early 20s, I've had sex with women in their 30s and early 40s. And but see, the thing is, they weren't looking for money for me. They were looking more from a physical attraction. And then I didn't understand until I got older. Oh, those older women that had money at that age, men at their level who had money and at the same type of money as they do, because we all know women don't like to date down. They like to date equal or higher. Those men didn't care for their money, so they dated younger, so it made sense. So what she's trying to understand is from a woman's point of view, okay, that man can't protect or provide for you. Why are you even going to him? And what I love about that, that's a real life example of showing you how women innately do this. And then she doesn't even know, because you see how she's questioning it and trying to think, why would any woman do that? That doesn't make sense. It's because it goes against biology. They're biologically wired to think this way, for men to be protectors and providers. That's why I said the harsh joke, men are success objects, women are beauty objects. Now, a lot of people may say, oh, that's a sexist joke. If you peel away the sexism, it's biology. It's telling you men look for, like she said, men look for beauty and submissiveness. Women look for protection and provision. And she said one very key part in that whole entire thing. She said, what are the benefits? And that shows you why, in the first clip I said, why women have reduced men to wallets. That's a real life example. And y'all know I love doing these videos because it shows you in real life of things that are happening that are proving my points and other people's points on the internet. It's crazy that we have gotten so PC, people don't understand biology anymore. And I only think it's going to get worse, and I don't think it's going to help society, especially for people who don't understand and don't know any better. Because I think it hurts men more than women, because men have to provide value. Men have to become valuable to even get attention from women. And if you're not going to be honest with men, like she was honest saying, well, what do you get? If you're not honest with men, men are going to think just being myself is good enough, but it's not. So, that's the video. I want to know y'all thoughts about it, but y'all know I do love doing these videos because once again, it proves me right. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this video. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all later.